Today is National Cancer Survivors Day. It's an annual celebration of life held in hundreds of communities nationwide and around the world on the first Sunday in June. To tell us more about this day, I'm joined now by my colleague and cancer survivor, Gcobisa Makana. And this is the incredible lady who talks in my ear and tells me what to do and how to behave. And thank you for coming out of the gallery. Tell us about your story, first of all.
Okay, my journey started in 2009, where I was misdiagnosed for 3 years because they only found out that I do have cancer in 2011 when I did a biopsy, which was in October. So end of November, that's when it was redone again because they were not sure yet. And then on the 5th of December, 2011, that's when the news were broke to me, and it was a diagnosis, and I was on stage 3 at that time.
Oh, it must have been so shocking. But you've survived.
I did.
We can celebrate that. What did you learn about yourself and people? How did you survive?
I think it was just a turning point on me, and it was a time to test friendship with my friends and family and my colleagues as well. Because to me, home is 1,100 kilometers away. And here at work, this is where I spend most of my time with my colleagues since I work here. So for me, it showed me love beyond our work here and the DNA that I got from the E family in terms of support, emotional support, and even checking up on with my child, who was then 9 years old, and now she's 20.
And your colleagues went up Kilimanjaro, some of them? Tell us about that.
It was just like a surprise. And when the HR manager and my former boss told me that please accept this gift, that one of your colleagues, Michael Marilia, and his dad have gone to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to raise funds for you. And for me, I said, but I do have a medical aid. And they said, you know what? This is just to say thank you for being a good sister at work. And for me, that's how I accepted it. And it helped me because I managed to take too many short lefts before I started my treatment.
Yes, tell us what changed, what changes you had to make.
There's a lot of adjustments in terms of diet, your lifestyle. That time, I think there were so many people, so many of my colleagues who were here who have just left to another broadcaster, and 2 of them succumbed to cancer in that December alone. So I got so scared, and I think levels of depression went up as well. And to make matters worse was in January, when I had a meeting with my oncologist, my physician, and chaplain, and a social worker to take me through the process, and telling me that I'll start the treatment on the 14th of Feb. I did not take it very well. So I just left. I just took off. I drove with my baby sister and my daughter and my nephew. We toured South Africa. I said, guys, just in case I don't make it. Oof. I don't think I'm ready for this, but it came as a shock. Yeah, so that's how it started. So the family support and the colleagues. I remember my daughter, there was on the second day of my chemo in Feb, because the first cycle of chemo that I did in 2012, I used to take it per fortnight. And so my daughter saw all the gifts and fruit baskets. So I remember Technical Director Tirelo Maghaledisa then sent a group, a basket, a message from the group with pajamas and other things saying, sister, you are going to need all of this. And my daughter was like, so, oh my God, we have biltong, we have fruits, we have everything. Yeah. Mommy, I think you must be sick all the time so that we can enjoy eating this. And those things, I could not even eat most of them because now my diet had to change.
A friend of mine has just survived cancer of the esophagus. He was in ICU for 6 weeks. I mean, that's also another brutal one. He was just saying what was amazing was having that positive attitude. And the woman who addressed him during this stage said, you know, only one thing on your mind, that you will survive. I should imagine positive thought is incredibly important. Tell us a bit about that and how it's changed your life knowing that you could have died. I mean, has it made you appreciate living a whole lot more?
Oh, yes, definitely. For me, I think what worked was the fact that my oncologist from the very first onset said to me, I think you are going to beat this. You just need to prepare yourself mentally. And are you in a relationship or are you married? If you are stressed, get the hell out of that relationship. Yeah. If you have toxic friends, get rid of them. Now your life changes from this moment.
Actually, that's a message for any day, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And for me, it was like that. So when I went to the treatment room, for me, I was unlike other people because I used to do my treatment here in Parktown. So most of the colleagues would go there, come to the treatment room, bring some scones, fruits, and then I became a celebrity. So funny that we had to share. And then we were sharing with other survivors who were also undergoing treatment, sharing this disease that never slips, that is always there. And for me, the first treatment, it was for the cancer of the spleen. But when after finishing the first cycle of chemo, then when I went for a PET scan for the second time, now they discovered the cancer of the esophagus. And for me, it was just something else, and I just could not take it. But because I believed in myself as well, I said, if I don't believe in myself, if I get scared because other people are not taking this treatment very well, then who is going to take care of my daughter? And the second thing was, I did have coping mechanisms. I did have a support structure. And this is when when I was on a long incapability leave, it's when I started to do investigation about the disease. And I remember one dietitian said to me, you are going to be your own doctor. You are the one who will find out what works for you. I can give you all these diets, but it will depend on you. So when I was doing radiation, luckily the company was, I think it was sponsoring the first ever Relay for Life, which was a corporate relay in Irene. And when I was there, that's when I really noticed that there's things that I can't eat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a hero to us all, and I'm so happy that you survived. You are an incredible woman. Thank you for talking to us. Do you want to go back to the gallery now? Gcobisa, thank you very much. Still to come.